Have you ever stood in the middle of a Monday morning crowd, surrounded by hundreds of people all rushing in the same direction, and thought to yourself, am I the only one who thinks this is completely insane? That feeling, that quiet, unsettling sense that everyone around you has accepted something you simply cannot accept. That you are watching a play that everyone else seems to know the script to, and nobody ever asked whether the play was worth performing. If you have felt that, this video is for you. I will never understand how people can accept working for others all their lives. In the middle of the night, a terrible sound tears you out of your dreams, and then the race begins. You against the clock, fighting yourself through rush hour traffic, competing with thousands of other exhausted human beings to reach your little designated space on time. Every day, the same hours, a short break to feed your depleted body, then back for another round until the sun goes down. And what awaits you then? Household, errands, socializing, collapsing into bed just to gather enough energy to repeat the whole thing again tomorrow. I always felt like an alien watching this. And the strangest part? Nobody complained. Not in kindergarten, not in school, nowhere. They were all heading towards the big machine like it was the most natural thing in the world. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Oh no, it's Monday, finally vacation. Oh no, vacation is over. And nobody, not once, stopped and said, wait, does this actually make sense? How do we get out of here? So I had no other option than figuring it out myself. And here is what psychology tells us about why some people simply cannot accept the system, and why the majority genuinely can. Research in occupational psychology shows that human beings fall broadly into two categories when it comes to work motivation. The first group, the majority, are what psychologists call security-oriented. Their nervous systems are wired to seek predictability, stability, and social belonging. A steady paycheck, a clear schedule, a defined role. These things genuinely satisfy them at a neurological level. They are not sheep. They are simply wired for safety. The second group is autonomy-oriented. Their brains release dopamine not from security but from freedom, novelty, and self-determination. Studies show that when autonomy-oriented people are forced into rigid structures, their cortisol levels, the stress hormone, remain chronically elevated. Their nervous system experiences the 9 to 5 not as safety but as a slow suffocation. This is not a character flaw. This is neuroscience. These people are literally not built for cages. And here I want to stop and ask you something directly. How does that Sunday evening dread feel for you? That moment when the weekend is ending and tomorrow is already casting its shadow. Do you feel it in your chest, in your stomach? Have you found a way out? Or are you still looking for one? Tell me in the comments, because this conversation matters, and you are not alone in it. And yet, the entire educational system prepares exactly one path. Thousands of hours teaching you to follow instructions, meet deadlines set by others, and ultimately compete for jobs. Nobody teaches freelancing. Nobody teaches entrepreneurship. Nobody explains that money can work for you instead of you working for it. The system was never designed to produce free people. It was designed to produce reliable workers. And it does that very well. When I finally broke out and discovered there were other ways, something shifted permanently. But what nobody warned me about was the backlash. When you break out surrounded by people still inside, you become a threat to their reality. They will tell you it is too dangerous. They will list every reason it will fail. They will treat your struggles as proof they were right. Psychology calls this cognitive dissonance, the discomfort of someone else's freedom forcing you to question your own choices. But here's what I learned on the other side. The moment you make that first step out, you discover something extraordinary. There is an entire world of people who think exactly like you, who refused exactly what you refused, who felt exactly that same alien feeling in every Monday morning meeting. They were always there. You just couldn't see them from inside the machine. So if the alarm clock feels like an assault on your soul, if you have always felt like the only person who sees the absurdity of it all, you are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not unrealistic. You are simply wired for something the system was never designed to give you, and only those who crawl on the floor can't fall. Everyone else, take the leap.